inspire emerging creators to use their voices and accelerate their journey on YouTube, all right? So the goal of today is to really kickstart a movement, because remember that we rise by lifting others. So that's why at the beginning, remember, we're networking, getting together. When you do that, you help each other, you inspire each other. You look at someone else's, YouTube channel and you're like, wow, look at that, that's so cool. I can do that. I can do that. It's amazing, and that's what happens when women get together, all right? We support each other, we lift each other up. And like all through today, I'm also going to share aspects of even my story, because a lot of
raise your voice.
Fantastic! I'm here with amazing. My name is Fifi. I come from Delta State. Our glass and our painful, because you can add creativity and imagination to whatever stories you want to tell and take them on their head. Now, the use of imagination or ideas in the production of artistic work is creativity. So every story has two parts: intention and obstacle. Intention and obstacle. Somebody wants something and something is standing in their way of getting it. Let's look at every story that exists. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Something stopped them from fetching the water. They didn't tell us what, but somebody wants something, which is water, and something is standing in their way of getting it, which is whoever pushed Jack from the hill. And I still think it was Jill. Welcome, the very, very talented and famous food-care actor. I'm like, who is this lady? She claps us today, tomorrow she becomes someone else. So Kiki, how has it been for you? You always paint a scenario, just going back to our thing, or whatever you do, tell a story. You always paint a scenario. How important is it that when you tell a story or you plan a skit, how do you plan your stories out? What are some things you always look for and you never want to miss out?
First of all, I'm super delighted to be here. And I'd like for all the amazing ladies here to put your hands together for one another. You guys are super amazing. Now, second of all, I want to ask, please, who is in charge of this AC?
Oh
my God. I've never been reduced a little bit. To me, my eyes are tearing. Angel, thanks and God bless. Okay, for me, I started skit making because I needed another avenue for people to see more of me. I run one of the biggest fashion critic show in Nigeria, and I realized that a lot of people do not see through the content. Maybe because cloud chasing is a thing that unfortunately Nigerians tend to tilt towards. They think that when you run a critic show, you want to drag, you want to abuse. So I need them to understand that the hilarious part of me cannot only happen when I'm criticizing a look. The hilarious part of me is who I am. As a matter of fact, I like to say sometimes that I inherited it. My dad is super hilarious. I consider myself to be fun, exciting, crazy, hilarious. I love to dance. I just love to be happy. And that's why. And at some point I also realized that to be in the spotlight, you just need to be who you are. Jennifer. And you created it into a proper brand. So what are some of the things along the journey that you told yourself as you started to create this, and you started to evolve it and turn it literally from one movie into a proper business into a person?
Okay, thank you. Well, let me start. I need to do the first. Okay, the first major role. I've been working up and down for like years of hustling. Okay, after I get to know, I tried getting roles. I didn't get roles. So more like from the lead character, being paid in dollars, good pay, I went back to 0 level, attending auditions again, playing very minor roles. because I thought I knew it was going to take me high up there, but no. So I just didn't mind. Then I moved into the Yoruba movie genre. Big shout out to Ayade Sawyer, Fefe Abalogo, Iyabo Ojo. They're always supporting me. So, but I thank God for my mom. You know, my mom is always telling me, good things don't come easy. They're going to get a lot of no's. Person those no's a lot of times. So when mom talks to me, then I think I got that from my mom. I actually tell myself the truth. You know when they say you know yourself, you know your level, you know the truth. So I don't forget myself. That I'm sitting down, I'm wearing Amuna Mali. I know what is in my account. I know how to pay this, how to do this, how to do this. So I know the truth. So when you know the truth, you're true to yourself, you're focused, you will always break through. So with that, mom gave me money, I started producing movies. Then I did the Jennifer movie. I just wanted to create a change. I just wanted to touch the lives of young females out there, you know, that just mess around. I wanted to tell them that for me, my mom was saying that abstinence was the best. You understand? I just wanted to tell them you have to stay focused. You have to carry yourself well like a virtuous woman. But how do I tell the story without making them, you know, without telling a boring story? HIV is real, use a condom, don't do this. They're tired of hearing it. So I had to infuse comedy in it. I wanted to laugh, but pass the message in a subtle manner. After Jennifer, everybody loved Jennifer so much. And listen to constructive criticism. Trust me, if they criticize my movie, I can tell you the criticism. I'll go and look at that movie. For example, when I used to work with people, you know, like writers, when somebody calls me and they look, did this, you did that, I'll go sit down and think about, okay, yes, I'm clearly shy. I do that. So I try to correct those bad things. So I tell myself the truth. So if you come to me and be like, oh, Funke, we're tired of watching Jennifer. I want something new. Don't think I'm not listening. I'm planning something new. So the badge saw me and was like, I love Jennifer movie. But why would she have HIV/AIDS? I said, I want them to learn a lesson now. You understand? Why would you say that? No. Why will you allow such a thing? You know what? It is a brand. You have to feed on the brand. Don't let it die like that. And I'm like, no, the bad thing, I'll shoot another movie. Go and wait Jennifer, she's dreaming. I went home, slept, ate over it in the bathroom and think about what he's saying. And that's how I came up with the return of Jennifer.
Are you serious?
So after the return of Jennifer, you know, years after, I sat down again. Can I bring out Jennifer's dad? What have you done? What have you written? And I still want to touch more lives. I want to treat issues affecting the society.
You did,
I want to teach family values. Everybody loves this brand, use it. I picked up the brand again. I milked the brand. And now, let me just make the announcement now. We're shooting the season finale. Yes, it's going to be great. What's she going to come back? She will evolve. So I just have to keep doing that. But don't forget the motive. I want to keep teaching. I want to teach morals. That is why I keep bringing back this brand. So that's it. Thank you.
Talk about milking the life out of it. Great. So now, Fisaya and Jadi, I want you guys to answer one last question for us before we go to people's questions. So if you have questions, please get ready so that you can ask them. We have some time to take a few questions. But Fisaya and Jadi, I want you guys to wrap up for us and tell us what you think or what in your way has worked for you as the secret sauce to your success.
Yes, my journey didn't start on YouTube. I've always known I wanted to be a filmmaker since I was 13, but I studied engineering and I went to work in the bank. So I just got very lucky and I was more education of the bank, and that's where I started in that TV. And so if there was no YouTube, honestly, I probably wouldn't have a career today. Because
the first season of Giddy Up WG made probably with 2 million naira or something like that. Like really, like the whole budget of the entire season, that was the picture of everything. I always say this, that money, it came from my first, like, I was at EG bank, so my salary was less than 200,000 naira. I had done a job for people, so the first job savings was 1 million, and then I begged my mom for another 1 million, because my bosses didn't believe I would do it. So I produced it and showed it to them, and then they gave me my money back. And so that's how I literally made the first piece of video that I ever made in my life. And if there was no YouTube, we wouldn't have had a channel to distribute that. No TV station was going to take short videos, clips at the time. And that became our model. So even with Skinny Girl, if you watch the first season of Skinny Girl, each episode is about 7 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It was not a long series. We kept on setting our ideas like that. And then if the audience likes it, then we make a longer season of it, and then we build on that. So essentially, it became such an empowering tool. And at some point, because of the response to Skinny Girl, I was like, how do you take this sort of Skinny Girl energy and make it into a film? And that's how it was born. It was like also inspired by the Skinny Girl sort of response that we got from the audience. So, yeah, YouTube has been a fantastic, like a big part of my journey. I think that filmmakers, content creators, storytellers right now, you're so lucky to have many sort of avenues to create content, because back then we were using DSL cameras, your Canon cameras, so you can actually use iPhones now, use Samsung, you can use like mobile phones, and the quality is like, yeah, it's stuff is barely noticeable. So yeah, that's the story.
Thanks, Gary. And it's interesting that you pointed out that you can start where you are. I think that's what sums up what we're doing here today. You don't need the big exports. You don't need, just have a story that's compelling enough, something you want to tell in a way, no matter what, and then you start. Pisaya, I didn't forget you. I know you're there. So Pisaya, what's great about you is that over the years you have hundreds of thousands of subscribers on your YouTube channel. And you're not in entertainment like most of us are. You are really into like a very serious level. Personal finance, tech and all. Now, how do you create narratives that are compelling enough for all of these hundreds of thousands of people to keep coming back every single time?
For me, all I was really focused on was the user, the people who are watching. That's the people who are giving this value to. So, for every content I'm making online, whether it's a technology review where I'm looking at it, smartphone, app, or an accessory, and I'm talking about all the features and specs, I just think, okay, this person watching this video, or this person engaging with this piece of content, what is the value they are getting? So we have these people on stage here, they deliver some entertainment value. If I'm going to watch anything that they've produced, I want to be entertained, and that is the value that they give me. So I just looked at it that, okay, the value I want to give is some educational value, where if you're coming to interact with this content, you want to live, better than you came, you had this question in mind, and you want to have that question answered. So that is sort of my purpose. And every content creator has that purpose. If you're creating educational content, entertaining content, inspiring content, anything, as far as you are helping these people that are watching, your audience, as far as you're helping them feel something, you are sort of giving them that value. And I think that's just what I focused on wholeheartedly.
Fantastic. So you focus on the audience and how they feel. So I hope that we're remembering that when we put out our videos, when we put out whatever it is, it's not all about entertaining, whatever value, whatever it is that you want your audience to feel, you need to put it in your story. Now, coming back to you, Kiki. When you started creating on YouTube, how did your channel blossom? What are some practical tips that you can share on how people can continue to grow their channels?
So to be honest, when I started growing the channel and when I realized how much it's going to cost to put the channel where I want it to be, I first went on a break. And that's to tell you that sometimes if you don't feel like doing and you feel tired, it's okay to take a rest. Because as creatives, the brain is kind of fun for creatives. When you're tired, you can't massage the brain, you can't give the brain special water or food. You just need to rest the brain. You just really need to rest. So I just first of all pause. And then I started started creating this content, and from nowhere, so I didn't want to stop. I was using Agidi to do it, just chill. So Agidi and now go walk because I wasn't getting the numbers I wanted. But after taking a rest and coming up with better stories, and I started doing it all over again, I started seeing numbers, and I was indeed encouraged. Please do not underestimate the power of meaningful collaborations. Meaningful, because sometimes as young creators we feel like people don't want to work with us. You feel like, oh, I'm trying to reach out to these people and they're not answering me. I was still telling this to someone who spoke to me yesterday and said she's tired, she feels like she doesn't. There's something you guys call Aaron Fair. She says she feels that she doesn't have Aaron Fair, but that's flesh of love. And I said, see, it's a business, it's an industry. People have invested millions to be where they are. So you can't just walk up to them and say, I want to collaborate with you, and they will jump at us. No, they wouldn't. They will sit down and ask themselves. So young creators, they are asking, why do I want to collaborate with this person? What am I gaining from this collaboration? And what am I giving to this collaboration? Because what they are giving you is what they have worked for 10, 20, 30, 40 years. No disrespect to the Gen Z, but I kind of feel like they sometimes don't get it. I think this whole civilization of calling ourselves by our first names is taking away. I think I'm a Yoruba girl. I think anybody that knows me will know that I'm a Yoruba girl. I don't know anything from that. I think what our culture did was to create that barrier with respect so that we don't get carried away. Not necessarily because the auntie is important or the brother is important. It's just so, when you're trying to work with experienced colleagues and they are not really paying attention, they are not really answering you need to understand that this is the first thing at the back of the mind. And that is why you now have to go back and work and prove yourself. So in that level that I was at that time, I was making the meaningful collaborations at that level that took me to step 2. At step 2, meaningful collaborations, step 3. Step 3, meaningful collaborations. So in that moment, what you are telling the people you really want to work with and the platform you really want to be on is that, hey, I have what it takes and I'm bringing value to the table. So to grow my YouTube channel, I asked myself, how am I bringing value to those? There are a lot of people that make skills. You know when the NBC innovation came out, I was at a friend's wedding. This is how I freeze. I tell myself that touch me. Because if it's prank, because it was I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. And that particular story, that particular skill that was in the video, I had called somebody else to feature on that story. And I told the director, I said, I don't want this person. Because the perception for that person is too cute. I said, no, try to be both of us. She's also my friend. And I said, I see that this person will do it. Why? Because X, Y, Z is the value she bring to this production. So when I reached out to her and said, I want to do something, so let me share the story. I shared the story, she said, okay, I see myself in this. So she brought her A game because she can see that she's coming on a platform that works for her. And that is how you grow almost anything, to be honest. Value. And when it's time to exchange value, what are you bringing? And to be very honest, YouTube took my brand to the international level. I was in London last year, September, also in March, and people were literally chasing me for pictures everywhere. And I was getting on the YouTube, what's the company to shoot? And people will be telling me things, do you not remember? And it's crazy, and people are buzzing, let's do it and great, you should do event, and I'm wondering, where did they see me? YouTube. Because diasporas abroad, that's the way they connect, also with Facebook and other channels. So one more time, I want to say a very big thank you to YouTube.